in San Francisco here in the Bay Area. I have a younger brother that grew up in my household. You know, I had two parents in the household, so it was great. My parents, you know, did their best, what they could do. They sent us to private schools, from kindergarten to high school. You know, I feel like my parents really helped push, you know, my dreams. Whatever I wanted to do, they were always there to support it. Going to Catholic school definitely made me more disciplined. It was small environments where I felt like I got a lot of individual attention from my instructors. You know, it was very small. It was like really the whole school only had maybe 200 students, and that was from 9th to 12th. What motivated me to go to a historical black college, I would say, is because even stemming from being a child, I kind of always was in schools where I was one of two African Americans, and I always longed for a connection to be around others that were exactly like me. I went off to Tuskegee. You know, my parents were very supportive. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna come on back home and explore my other love, which is communications. So that's when I decided to go to San Francisco State, and I studied broadcast communications, graduated from there, and you know, decided to go in the direction of advertising. At that time when I graduated college, it was the hit of the dot-com era. It was 99, 2000. So the other aspect of what I went to school for was advertising, marketing, and all that great stuff. So I was like, you know, the internet was a boom. So I said, why not, you know, do that? You know, so I went into that aspect, and I was buying media. So I was still connected, but I was behind the scenes, and you know, things were moving fast. Being young, it was fun, you know. But the reality ended up happening about 2 years later. There was a crash in that market, and then I had to come back to the reality of like, what do I really want to do? The day I got laid off, it was my first time ever being laid off from a job. I was doing advertising, so I was just devastated. I was like, God, I've been doing this right out of college, you know, what am I going to do next? You know, after being laid off, I did more soul searching and knew that I did love the fashion industry. I rekindled with a high school sweetheart, and we got together, and we ended up having a beautiful daughter. And you know, I decided at that point, come on back home. I said, you know, what am I going to do? You know, I didn't know what direction to go next. Being a mother was a whole new journey for me. At that point, I kind of reached out to resources. I was on disability, and when I went down to the office and met with my counselor, he said, you know, there's a place I would love to refer you to. And I said, where? And he said, Wardrobes for Opportunity. And I said, that would be the perfect place for me. You know, I had been going through a lot of my own internal struggles. I had bad postpartum, you know, which took me on a very crazy roller coaster ride of just emotions. You know, I was loving being a mom, but it was almost like having to start to understand that I had to give more of myself to someone else. So I explored Wardrobes for Opportunity. I came in to the office, and it was great. You know, I kind of was feeling down on myself because I had just had a baby. I wasn't feeling, you know, beautiful, and they made me feel beautiful when I walked in. And they were like, wow, you know, we want to set you up appointments. I had one appointment, and they got me, you know, suited up in a suit so I could go on my interviews. And I did that, and I landed my job. The interview workshops was amazing. It was just, you know, helping me with, you know, how to present myself professionally, you know, how to make sure I say the right thing, to put myself in a position to, you know, basically beat my competitors with that job. It just gave me, you know, assurance. It made me feel, you know, like I'm ready, I'm assertive. I was able to do mock, you know, interviewing back and forth with questions. I just felt very prepared. And then on top of it, having the wardrobe to make the package complete. And after the interview classes, I was in Pathways at the same time of getting this job. That was definitely a dream, and it helped me get through, you know, with all of the courses, and the topics was just so on point to what I was dealing with day to day. I always thought of wanting to have like a mobile boutique, like to be able to come to women, you know, because I know being a mom myself, you have busy schedules. Sometimes you can't fit in time to go shopping or do things like, you know, maintenance, like, you know, either manicure, pedicure, or just feeling good about yourself. And I want to just have a mobile, you know, business where I would have some clothes that I'd be able to bring to a particular mom, either at work or at home, and even be able to pamper her with a massage or, you know, manicure, pedicure. But definitely my dream would be to have a mobile boutique. Wardrobe for Opportunity for me is everything. It inspires you. It definitely rebuilds you to find, you know, to reach really deep to find out what it is that is driving you, what moves you. And then it completes the whole package by making you look like $1,000,000. It definitely transforms you from inside and out. And I would say Wardrobe for Opportunity is definitely, it's a heaven sent. You know, I feel they do everything, and it's a very unique place, and I feel it's magical. And it definitely changes lives.